versus Reds softball game. Can't wait to get this thing going. First of my schedule when it comes to baseball, softball, so excited to do this one. Last time I did a softball game here at Lake Central, I got to call a 14 strikeout game. It's been a little while. Peyton Pepkowski doing her thing in that circle. A little different guard here for Lake Central today, but going up against a Portage team that on paper maybe doesn't have the most eye-popping of numbers, but maybe looking to play a little spoiler today.
First of all, it's always great to be back here at Bradnerville over here at Lake Central. You know, this place, they're going to have a statue after you soon enough.
That's going to be the ugliest statue created.
You know what, though? You have a statue, though. It'll be here forever. But, again, thinking a little bit about Portage, Coach Scott Riley does a fantastic job with them. He's there day in, day out. If they don't got practice, he's working on the field. He's working with the youth. Does a great job with their feeder programs and making sure Portage kids play in Portage. Does a great job. It's making sure they do it the right way as well. So they have the pieces to play the spoiler today. Let's see if they can put them all together and pull it off.
Yeah, one of those things that just kind of watching through here, and he got to come up to the press box for just a hot second to drop off, and he's lively and full of energies, and I'm sure he brings that to the crowd as well. One thing, Nate, that we always kind of talk about with certain broadcasts, and it's just as a coach, you're more than just a coach. You're the role model, you're the counselor, you're the friend, and so many things. And sometimes it's bigger than the game itself, and even if your numbers aren't where you want them to be, you're doing those other things, those other intangibles, and that's kind of where it matters the absolute most. So it's always great to have a coach that is the best positive influence that you could possibly have.
Yeah, think about Scott. He's always going to bring the juice, you know what I mean? He's always positive. He's always there. He's going to do what he can. It's kind of cool for him is his daughter's the first baseman, Savannah.
Yep.
So they get that cool relationship. Yes, I'm sure he hears it. But at the end of the day, it's his daughter. And Savannah she's coming off an injury. So I'm glad that she's healthy now and doing what she can to help her teammates win the game here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll give you that starting lineup for Portage in just a minute. But on the Lake Central side, just another typical Lake Central season, one of the powerhouses in Northwest Indiana, with eyeballs heading towards Indianapolis for sure. Under the new direction of Yvette Tovar, for sure, 7-0 on this season, getting a win. You got to go check them out at Chesterton yesterday. Pretty impressive team, and you had some pretty high praise for them here in the press box just a little bit ago.
We were just talking earlier. We were talking with the depth they have this year. They legit could be one of the top 3 best region teams ever. This roster with 5 or 6 Division I kids right now. They have 2 freshmen that are 5-star recruits that will be SEC caliber kids. Like we have right now with Adams going to Auburn, Schaefer's going to Ohio State, Kalinsky's going to Dayton, Rensselaer's going to Northwestern. Another girl just committed to PNW. Like, they have all the tools. Can they put it together when it matters?
Right. Well, it seems to be one of the things. There's just always a slightly more dominant pitcher maybe in their way the last couple of years. And
the cool thing about them is they have 2 pitchers.
Oh, yeah.
They have a 1 and a 2. One's a freshman and another one's a junior. But the nice part is if you see the same pitcher twice, softball, it's not that big of a deal because you happens a lot. It's not that big of a difference. But they have a different option to throw at them if they see them twice or a third time through the lineup.
For sure. All right, we're going to step aside. We're going to bring you the starting lineups on the other side. Portage still kind of taking infield here, but we're anticipating a start time in just a few moments. So we'll step aside. You're watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We've got softball for you here on the network. Little blue versus red in terms of Lake Central versus Portage. One of those fun matchups always between these two schools with the same mascot for sure. Michael Brenner here along with Nate Ramian here to give you all the action here on the softball diamond. Kind of getting things teed up here as we're almost ready for that first pitch. As coaches out now giving their starting lineups to the umpires for today. I'll try to work my connections here and try to figure out who those fine gentlemen are out there.
One thing about this place, how awesome is this facility?
Oh, it's
you know what
spectacular.
I mean? You got, with the new light upgrades, they're all upgraded. Yeah, we got to get that as well. Almost flip here. Sorry about that. There's a little confusion up here in the press box. Trying to get some of the umpires' names, and always great to recognize them, the jobs they do. Without them, there is no games for us. About 5 to 10 minutes away here. First pitch. I think Mr. Bradner just got their full names.
It feels weird to be called that on the
You're welcome.
on a broadcast. I get it all day long.
You're welcome.
Don't need to hear it here. All right, our umpires, I did get those for today, working the connections right behind me with Athletic Director Chris Enyart, Anton Settle, and Jim Brocksmith.
Back to where we were about facilities.
Yes.
They have probably nicest now with the lights now. That's such a big
That is a
improvement.
huge upgrade here at the Lake Central facilities.
They have with the 2-tiered football field. It's gorgeous. Hopefully, new football coach. Maybe we can get some butts in the seats and keep them full.
Yeah,
That'd be huge.
Kind of exciting times here at Lake Central. Yeah, as you mentioned, the new football coach, Pete Koulianis, now the head football coach here at Lake Central. As they're starting to make starting lineup introductions here at Lake Central. But one of the things, it's not just Lake Central that's doing this, and maybe kind of Lake Central copied this idea a little bit, but there's been other schools that have been kind of doing kind of packing in the facilities, so putting the softball field right next to the baseball field, right next to the football field, and keeping everything in a very tight location. So that way if people do have to get, maybe they have more than one child participating in a sport, or if you want to go watch, them run track, but also watch a baseball or softball game, the nice thing is that over on the track facilities, over on the football field, if you wanted to watch last night's marathon game between Lake Central and Valpo, you could stand in a couple of spots, see the baseball game, and also watch the track and field events as well. So it's kind of one of those nice things that kind of just keeps everything in a very tight-knit area for those fans that want to watch maybe more than one event that may be going on at a time.
Yeah, if you have that luxury of making that happen right now. Again,
Yeah.
to our right, we have a baseball game getting ready to go on. We got Green, and looks like Valpo's back today. Might be a freshman game.
It is. Yeah, I believe it is. The JV White is playing over there, which is basically their freshman team. Yes.
But again, the old varsity field's now the JV team.
Yep.
JV field. So now when there's not a varsity game on the big field, they go over there, they play over there. There's many options for them, which is such a great thing. And then maybe they can rent it out if they're away.
Yep.
Other people might be rained out. We got turf here. We got lights now. Let's rent it out maybe.
Yeah, you are absolutely spot on.
I know Valpo did that a couple years back with football.
Yep.
Like Boone Grove, when they were building their field and starting football, they would play at Valpo High School, or they would play at Valpo University for a couple games.
Oh, nice. That has to be really cool to be able to do that at a university for sure. But Valpo is one of those schools that's kind of, packing those facilities in if you have the option. Crown Point doing that as well.
The officials for tonight's game is Anton Sattel and Jim Brocksmith. If everybody would
All right, we're going to tune you in now to our national anthem here in St. John, Indiana. Anticipation building at Lake Central facilities for the playing of the national. There we go. Always great renditions of our national anthem. All right, let's give you that highly anticipated Portage Indians starting lineup here on the Region Sports Network. By the way, NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schoolers to have a safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. Leading off, playing shortstop, Brooklyn Demerseed. Second in the lineup, playing second base, Brianna Reed. And then third in the lineup, playing first base, Savannah Riley. Mentioned her a little bit. Daughter of the head coach, Scott Riley. In the cleanup spot, number 24, Isabella Shippen, playing third base. Then you've got number 7, Miley Prance, the left fielder, followed by Cora Kingery, the catcher. Number 8, over in right field is number 18, Aaron Fausch. And then the designated player, number 13, Abigail Krinkle. And rounding out that lineup today for Portage is center fielder number 9, Addison Martinez. Lake Central defensively. Foley in left, Adams in center, Bracken in right. Renshin at third, Schaefer at short. Van Vossen at second base, Bickle over at first base, and then Wainwright behind the dish for Calderero in the circle today. Sophia Calderero doing the thing in the circle today.
One of the cool things is we got 2 freshman catchers.
Yeah, that's not something you see very often.
You don't see that often in the DAC.
No.
Something you see more often in PCC, smaller schools like that. But in the DAC, we have 2 freshman starting catchers. And that's just their field generals that leading their team. And
we're witnessing history, folks.
Love it.
So here comes Brooklyn Demerseed to lead things off. It's Calderero. Gets what she needs from Wainwright. First pitch, swung on and missed for a strike. So getting things started the right way if you're Lake Central.
If I'm Lake Central today, I'm just going to pound the zone and trust my defense. I have that trust in them with the turf, and as long as I throw strikes, they're going to be there for me.
The windup and the 0-1 is just inside, so already not doing what Nate said and pounding the strike zone, so it shows you what he knows on.
Not many listen, Branner.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Exactly.
And the 1-1 pitch here, swung on and missed, so they're going for that zone there. So 1-2, the count early on. It's always good if you're any team, whether it's going to be Portage or Lake Central, to get those first couple pitches in the spots that you want them to kind of build your momentum. 1-2, swung on and missed for out number 1.
Up the bat.
First couple
Number
pitches there, she lived
Brianna
inside,
Reed.
and then when she was ahead of the count, she had to change up away, and she just chased it.
It definitely moved from one side of the plate to the next on that last at bat. So Brianna Reed now climbs into the batter's box. First pitch, a little fastball upstairs, but for a strike.
She's living right there. Gonna dare them to swing and hit it.
Waits for the batter to get in and ready to do her thing. Another pitch, a little off speed on that one maybe.
Honestly, it's pretty weird. You don't see this often that not one infielder has a mask on. I know that's pretty weird, like in a softball game, but I know it's as you get older, you don't wear them as much.
Right.
But sometimes it's like my comforting thing.
Yeah.
And that must be the turf, or that's a big difference playing on turf than grass or dirt. With the true, you know where it's going to go. You know it's kind of where it's going to bounce.
Swung on and missed. Out number 2.
Up
For
the bat.
Calderero.
Number 19,
2 batters,
Savannah
2 strikeouts. Here comes Savannah Riley now. By the way, our game night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Forecast right now a very comfortable 63 degrees. A little bit of wind, but nothing too dramatic like we've had maybe in the last couple of weeks here.
Last couple of days have been beautiful.
It's been spectacular. A little windy, but well, I'll take that over anything else that we could be experiencing. And that's your game night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. First pitch for a strike, that one missing just off the plate, so evens the count at 1.
It's like she likes to go hard in, then hard out. Now we'll see what she's 1-1 in the count if she makes an adjustment.
Pitch missing just low and off the plate, so first count where the batter gets ahead in the count. So Savannah Riley working a 2-1 count here. And it'll get even at 2 on that pitch.
It's always good when a pitcher, sometimes when you get 2 outs, you kind of relax.
Yeah.
You got to keep the foot down. You got to keep going. Just because you got 2 outs, you can't kind of put it in cruise control. You got to just put up to the middle and give them.
And this one lifted in the air to left. Foley makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first. Lake Central coming up.
In the middle
You're
of
watching
1,
Game Night on the Region
score
Sports
is
Network, the only
0-0.
game in town.
First home, dream home, forever home. Tech Credit Union has the right home loan for you. Their loan officers can help you purchase a home, refinance your current mortgage, or unlock your home's equity to get a cash out for any purpose. Let Tech Credit Union show you why they are the better option for a home loan. Learn more at www.techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here with Nate Ramian. Getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning here at Lake Central High School. Their matchup, a DAC matchup against the Portage Indians. Let's give you that Lake Central starting lineup. Leading off, playing third base, Kate Wrenchin, followed by Michaela Van Vossen, the second baseman, and Julie Adams in the 3-spot center field. In the cleanup spot, Taylor Schaefer, the shortstop. Then the designated player, Izzy Kalinsky. At catcher, you got Maddie Wainwright. Over in right field, Bree Bracken. At first base, Maddie Bickle. And then rounding up the lineup is the left fielder, Maura Folly.
Kate Wrenchen.
On the bump today for the Portage Indians is Danica Bombaghetti.
One of the things for Lake Central is who do you pitch to in this lineup? You know what I mean? There's so many weapons for them. You got to just hit your spots and say, I can't let this person beat me. I can't let that person beat me. You got to pick them wisely and go.
Well, in true left-handed fashion, already trying to get that little running start to first base, trying to slap it the other way, but takes the first pitch out for ball one. So 2-0 the count here on Kate Wrenchen. In her junior season here for Lake Central. So waiting a 2-0 count. Digs in here from the left side. And that'll be outside for ball three.
Early in the game, you said, I would take here. You know what I mean? Haven't thrown a strike yet in this game. Sometimes, but let's see how aggressive they are. You know what I mean? They might say, I'm going to hit a strike here.
Well, so the question is obviously 3-0. You're looking for one down the pipe. I'm assuming you have the green light. So are you swinging on 3-0, taking that one, and it is a strike?
It's got to be one where I know where I'm going to go. Like, if it's in my little circle here, I'm going to hit it through the field goal post over there. If not, I'm taking.
So the 3-1 here misses outside, and it'll be a leadoff base on balls.
Number 17, Michaela Van Vossen.
So Michaela Van Vossen. And we have a steal down to second base right off the bat.
They just
falling asleep on the defensive side. So a walk and a stolen base already for Kate Wrenchen.
You got to be ready to go.
On base percentage climbing already.
Heads up.
In. And now you got Michaela Van Vossen, 10 RBIs on the season already, looking for number 11. Now with a runner in scoring position. Another left-hander in the batter's box. This one slapped the other way down the left field line, but it will be foul.
Up here you can see both of the shortstop and second base are playing shading towards the corners, so that base was wide open.
Correct.
And that's just, I got to beat you to that bag, and I know where I'm gonna be then.
So 0-1 on Van Vossen, who climbs back in. Kind of looking to go that opposite direction. Pretty much everybody straight up in terms of defensive positions. We're starting to kind of see it a little bit creeping down here to these high school levels, kind of seeing some shifts just a little bit.
Let's be honest. Most of these, they know each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been playing with each other forever. They know, like, this girl loves the pool. This girl loves to go the other way.
Correct. And a lot of times you'll see, and runner goes down to third, no tag, so another stolen base. That'll be 7 stolen bases on the season now for Wrenchen. I did that quick math. She came in with 5, and I can add 2.
Do not need a calculator for that one.
Just an extra hand to count the fingers.
Are you a math teacher?
I am not. On the ground, right side, Reed tosses over to first for out number 1, but it does score the first run for Lake Central. So a sacrifice there on the fielder's choice.
That point, she just did her job. You know what I mean?
Right.
She did what she needed to do to get the run in. Didn't try to do too much.
Actually, I'm not going to mark that as sacrifice because it wasn't a bunt. But
no.
Adams.
Gets the RBI. Her 11th of the season is Michaela Van Vossen. This will bring up Jolie Adams now again from that left side of the plate. First pitch fouled right back to the screen. Nate was ready to protect all the equipment if necessary.
I got you, Brandon.
Well, at least the RSN equipment. The Lake Central staff is on their own.
I was getting there.
It's even better when they don't even hear the jokes.
0-1.
1-1 the count. Adams 409 on the season, a couple of extra base hits. Nobody on at this point, but there is one away for Portage.
You're looking at the Coach Helt is their pitching coach in the Portage dugout. He lives away. They're living away. They don't want to come inside on these hitters. And it makes them hit the other way. Hits them. If they come inside, they're going to get them.
So one popped in the air and going foul, and the patrons here can't come up with the out. But to their credit, it's not a bananas game where it would be considered an out.
You like that game? You like watching
I've
that?
never been. I've never really seen it live, but I'm all for it. And and if we could actually get one, it's only been one time I've actually been in a booth where a ball has come and nearly whacked me.
My favorite part of that game is the 2-hour time limit.
Yes. Ball outside, so count runs full here on Adams.
It's something about if you walk, every player on the field's got to touch it before you can. It's a dead ball.
Ooh. Okay. Sign me up.
Don't sign me up.
I thought you were going to be like the greatest showman over there. Pitches up high, so another base on balls. Second of the inning.
Up to bat, number
for
23,
Lake Central.
Taylor Schaefer.
This will bring up Taylor Schaefer now, the shortstop.
She's that shortstop leader they have. When I was down there watching another game, I love it when she plays defense because she does not stop talking. She's always just like, I got to go here, we got to go there. You know where you're going. Every time, every pitch, she's all on it.
A lot of leadership qualities there for sure then. That's why she's in the cleanup spot today and playing one of the most important positions on a diamond.
And that's also why she's going to Ohio State University.
Yep, a little bit. But stolen base, by the way, for Adams. So runner again in scoring position. Already the third stolen base of the game for Lake Central runners. Bob Aggetti deals that one upstairs. Wasn't sure if Schaefer was doing the can't think of his name now. Dak Prescott warm-ups. This one slapped the other way out to left field. Takes an odd roll towards the line. Adams coming in. She will touch home. And the ball doesn't even get into second base. It is an RBI double for Taylor Schaefer, her 6th RBI of the year.
She did a good job of hitting that ball where it was pitched, right? It was outside. She drove it that way. Wasn't just content with
Up to bat,
hitting it.
number 11, Izzy Kolinsky.
We'll have an early meeting in the circle here, and this will give us an opportunity to tell you that at the conclusion of this one, we'll have the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. The Crowell Companies have offices 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Just trying to calm things down here, taking a little bit of a breather.
The thing about, she's not doing a bad job.
No.
She's throwing strikes, and they're just hitting the ball.
Yeah, right.
Yes, she had some defensive miscues behind her, but you got to control what you can control.
That circle is yours. You own it, and you're just basically playing catch at that point. And really, the defensive miscues were not anything too drastic at that point, except for that stolen base on the initial walk.
Yeah. Just a heads-up thing.
Yeah, the solid base running. And also to Portage's credit, they rolled right off the bus, did a little bit of warm-ups, and then had to go get in this game.
That's one of those, it's going to be a long bus ride.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get there, we got to get going.
So Riley is done with his meeting. Runners will head back to, and defensive players will head back to where they need to.
It's like going to Lake Central goes to play LaPorte or Michigan City, how far that is.
I was driving. I caught kind of the end of that marathon game here at LC, and I was driving back home, and it had to be 9:30 or so, and I saw the LaPorte bus still here in St. John, and I thought to myself, that's still a very long trip to take. This is unfortunate and that was those were cross-country individuals on that bus. So I'm thinking, man, that's not only are you tired from running, you're sleeping on that bus 100%. At least I would. but I just leave it everything. This is Izzy Kolinsky, by the way, number 11 for the Indians, the designated player. Batting .294 with about 3 extra base hits on the year. 2-0 the count on her. With one away here in the bottom of the first inning, Lake Central leads it 2-0. In case you're just joining us, getting off of work and realizing, hey, there's a softball game on. We know it's what you were looking for.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm stuck in traffic out there on either Route 30 or 65. Just come on over.
Pitch misses outside, so that will be ball 4. So another base runner for Lake Central.
Maddie Wainwright. Yeah,
it looks like 41. The Boulevard is moving pretty well, so if you're in the area, come on by, catch out a softball game. This will bring up Maddie Wainwright. You mentioned the freshman catcher. She's 5 for 8 on the year. An extra base hit and an RBI. She'd like to get a knock here, get these runs coming across here a little bit. Takes that one inside, but it's called a strike. Get the feeling she didn't like that call.
No,
but step out of the box and recalibrate yourself here.
You got to clear your mind and just think, right now, I'm not going to let that last pitch affect me. No matter if it's my pitch right now, I'm still going to attack it.
This one comes outside, so ball and a strike. Did you ever get frustrated and show your displeasure with an umpire when you were playing?
Never. I never
No?
did. Yeah, right.
You know, you've always been a very respectful individual since I've met you. So
always.
I don't know, you would never disrespect the guys in blue.
Never.
This one gets to the backstop. Runners are going to move up.
They work hard down there. It's a thankless job. You know what I mean?
Oh, as much as people want to get on these guys from time to time, like 99% of the time they're right.
Yeah.
And, you know, some guys get kind of blasted for one missed call somewhere along the line, and that's what they get known for. But they get 99% of those, and it's no a proven statistic. I'm just making that up because, you know, I like to make up things. This one, a hot shot right to short, over to first for that out. A run does come across the board. So there are 2 away in the inning now, taking the surefire out. Demerseed
up to bat.
Gets that
Number
one.
12, Bree Brecken.
What a great play there, but a shortstop of not letting the runner distract her and just going to get the out at first.
I feel like didn't 100% see if they had an opportunity to maybe make a tag if possible. I think it was already passed.
Now, in that situation, you just got to get the for sure out.
Right.
You don't want to take the what if. Just get the out at first. It's a force.
First pitch into Bree Bracken in there for a strike. 2 away here in the inning.
It's pretty cool to see these kids. So the bat in her hand, it's actually called a Suncoast brand. And that is, a couple years ago, they were bought out by Adidas. And if they're just starting to come into the game now. So it's kind of cool for these girls to start using those.
If you guys need bat information, you guys can contact Nate Ramian at 219.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, you're just like throwing knowledge out there. Like,
yeah, that's what I do.
And he doesn't even have that written down in his notes.
Because that's one of those, like, it's a unicorn thing. You don't see those often. They did get recalled last year. Happened last week on the baseball side yesterday.
Chopped on the ground, third base side, but it rolls foul.
If they're getting banned, it's a good thing for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Not if you're a fielder, but if I'm a hitter, I'm going to keep using it.
As long as they let me. So Bracken gets back in here. 1-2 the count. This one on the ground, third base side, picked up, and the toss across the diamond from Shippen, and that will end the inning here in the first. Lake Central is able to put 3 across the board. We go to the second. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
And at the end of 1.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it. The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship, the best hands in the business.
Planting a tree, installing a fence, whether your project is big or small, NIPSCO reminds you to know what's below and contact 811 at least 2 full business days before doing any digging so that utility companies can mark the location of their underground lines. Contacting 811 is free and it's the law. Avoid possible penalties, costly repairs, or injuries. DIY or a pro, safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Top of the second inning here. Isabella Shipman
Up to bat, number 24,
will
Isabella
lead
Shipman.
things off. And moving a little quicker than the coaches even anticipated. Scott Riley got to get over there in that coach's box. Shipman made the final out of the inning, and now this one comes just inside. I thought it may have grazed her just a smidge, but umpire says, no, get back in the box.
She wants to hit.
Oh, of course.
Congrats to her as well. She just committed to Goshen College.
Where's that?
It's on east side of Indiana, I think.
Is that Goshen, Indiana? Got it.
Just throwing darts.
Got to step off the rubber there in the circle. This one popped back behind us, foul. Like going to one of the neighbors' yards over here. Nope, it looked like it might stay in.
It bounced?
It bounced over into the neighbor's yard. I'm telling you what, if I was one of these houses here, I know there's a fence here, but I would be, every softball home game, I'd be out there with a grill and selling my own concessions. This one lined on the left field line, but it is foul.
I don't think athletic department will be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, the athletic department probably not happy with that comment, but
I could be wrong. You know what? Maybe they could just outsource it.
There you go. A little tandem. I like it.
Work together.
This one lifted in the air left side. It's in foul territory, and we got a couple people diving for the ball, but nobody's able to come up with it.
Good effort down there. A little Bermuda Triangle action.
It fell right in the middle of everybody.
Hold on.
So still 2-2. Just getting just ahead of that pitch from Calderero. 2-2. Tries to time that one up and down on strikes. That's the third strikeout of the late afternoon for Calderero.
Such a good, some off-speed stuff. She comes back with the high-rise ball right at her.
Miley Prance now digs in, the left fielder. 6 for 12 on the season. Quick math says 500 on that one.
Bingo.
First pitch just missing low for ball one.
She does have a home run on the year. I think she hit one last week.
We'll get the research department on that one. Here's the 1-0, fouled right back to the screen. Don't worry, Justin Cole, we got you. No need to duck under the table on that one. Got 2 layers between us. We got a back screen and then a window in front of us as well. We used to give, when I would do games with Rico, we would have to check him for going under the table. Now it's, gotta find somebody to mess around with.
And she does have a home run on the season.
There you go. Research department getting us that information very quickly. Thank you. Here's a 1-2. Missing just outside. Evens the count at 2 for Prance. Left fielder in today's game for Portage.
Good changeup away there. Let's see if she comes back with a high rise. I would.
2-2. A little bit of a rise, and this one in the air. Straightaway center. Adams moves a shade to her left to make that catch.
Good job of Prance there to fight that off. Just missed it. She got a little jammed.
Up to bat, number 8, Cora.
As a reminder, at the
Victory.
conclusion of today's game, we'll have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by our friends at Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. This brings up Cora Kingery now. Fouls this one straight back to the screen. 0-1 with 2 away here at the top of the second inning. Lake Central High School. We had the sun shining earlier. Clouds have started to come over.
Thought I saw some rain tomorrow.
Shh. We're not talking about that. 0-1. Okay. It was not in our game night forecast for today, so.
I don't care about tomorrow.
I just got a golf camp tomorrow. I don't want to miss it.
Oh. Tomorrow should be like a holiday with the Masters starting.
That's, you know, you got a point there, sir. 0-2, fouled back to the screen. Freaking people out. We got more than one ball on the turf here. Oh, here comes another one. Umpire's got to get stocked.
They always love being loaded there. Always got to have 2 in the holster.
It's like that the pocket balance. You know, you got your pocket weights.
Yep.
And that one right down Main Street for called strike 3. 1, 2, 3. They go yet again. We go to the bottom of the second. Lake Central leads at 3-0. You're watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Stay with us after the game as we'll name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network. And Nate, did you know that if you were a trade union representative and you were interested in sponsoring the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, you could call Chris Ramirez at 219-588-1984. But you're not, so you're not going to. But somebody out there might.
Somebody will.
Absolutely.
Chris Ramirez a call soon enough. And he will answer.
Oh, first ring, he's got you.
Up to bat, number 35, Matty Bickle.
If it's Rico, he's not answering.
Oh, he's out on the golf course somewhere, probably.
Slick back hair.
All right, bottom of the second inning here at Lake Central. Matty Bickle will lead things off, first baseman for today. And after this pitch, I realized I never did give the Portage defensive alignment, so we'll do that right now. You got Prance out in left, Martinez in center, Fausch over in right, Shippen at third, Demerseed at short, Reed at second, Riley at first, Kingery behind the dish for Bombagetti in the circle, who is waiting patiently for this pitch here. The 1-0. This one lifted in the air left side, and it will get out of play. We got fans jumping over tractors and pieces of equipment trying to protect their children.
That father just got
That is Dad of the Year over there.
That is Mr. Baker.
He's protecting everybody over there.
It's Coach Baker's husband.
And now we got now he's got to take care of now crying children. 1-1 comes inside, 2-1 the count. Bill Bickle will dig back in here with a 2-1 count. Bombagetti looking for that next pitch on the wristband there, on the left wristband. That one comes just on the inside part of the plate. So evens the count at 2.
She's been doing a good job of mixing up her pitches with going in, out, not being predictable. See if she can stay ahead here and get this third strike.
It's 2-2 delivery. Coming just inside, so runs the count full. And you talk about facilities here. One of the nice ones, like we talked about, and opportunities for fans to sit up and down the the right field lines, even though there are some bullpens areas. This one chopped on the ground left side, but it'll be a foul ball. So fans can kind of sit in all different perspectives, and we were talking about people sitting on the left field line. You can see some patrons out there.
A lot of people just prefer their lawn chair. It's their little comfort zone.
Oh, yes.
Some probably a parent. They probably have different emotions. They don't want to. Some people got to sit down. Some people have to walk around.
Popped up left side. Shipman makes the catch right in front of the Lake Central bench. And I'm sure they politely said, hey, nice catch.
Up to bat, number 10, Mora Folly.
Did a good job of going to find the fence and coming back, right? You don't want to overrun that ball.
Yeah. Mora Folly in here from the left side of the plate again. This now long line of left-handed hitters will commence. With one away here in the second inning. This one missed for a ball.
Must have been outside a little bit.
So 1-0. So Bombagetti will dig right back in here. This one lined right to short. Demerseed throws it over to first, and they make the out. It looked like it was caught on the line. Couldn't quite tell, so they make the throw over to first anyway.
I thought Demerseed caught that on the line.
Now we got the replay queued up here. We'll see. Sure felt like it was on the line, but may have touched the turf here a little bit.
Either way, we got 2 outs here. 2 quick ones. See if we can get out of this before Murder's Row comes up.
So they got the top of the lineup here for Lake Central. Kate Renshin, who took that walker last time up. This time she lines it into the gap in left center. She makes the turnaround first, heading to second, and she is up there standing with a 2-out double.
She took an outside pitch and just drove it through that gap. She's so fast, and she didn't try to do too much with that.
Michaela Van Vossen.
Let's see if she steals again.
We are 2 seconds off. Delay your call slightly.
Time called at the plate. So Van Vossen will dig back in here with a runner in scoring position. Lined into left, and it touches down. 1 run is in. RBI triple, Van Vossen.
Again, Portage pitcher hits her spot. They're setting up away.
Up to bat,
She's just driving
30,
it that way.
Jolie
She didn't try to do
Adams.
too much and roll over an outside pitch. She drove it to that left field side.
2 RBIs today, gives her 12 on the year, and it gives Lake Central a 4-0 advantage. This brings up Jolie Adams, who walked and scored her last time up. That pitch up and out for ball 1. Again, 2 away here in the second. Portage trying to get out of this inning with as minimal damage done as possible. It's 4-0 as we stand here in the second. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0.
Sometimes after you get 2 big hits on you, get 2 outs, we talked about earlier, you kind of get in cruise control, right?
Yeah.
You got to hold it back down, come back to earth. You're going to be okay.
In there for a called strike, 2-1. Lake Central, 4 runs on 3 hits so far today. 2 of those RBIs coming to Michaela Van Vossen. Adams walked, scored a run, and stole a base last inning. 2-1. Fouled away off to the left. Souvenir for the neighbors.
How many balls do you think they keep?
I don't know the answer to that question.
It's 2 balls.
2-2. Lifted in the air, off to the left in foul territory, and just out of the reach of the defenders.
It's working right now.
So Van Vossen will head back down to third base.
Sometimes the Lake Central did it a couple of innings ago. There's a pop-up over there, and the pitcher gets the ball and tries to go quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got to let that shortstop get back in their position there.
Yeah, they know it's foul. Let's roll here. 2-2 comes to the backstop. Van Vossen now comes after the throwaway. It pops off the glove of Bombagetti. And Van Vossen scoots home. I think that's got to be an error on somebody on that play.
Yeah, I think Adam just kind of yelled at the runner. She goes, "You just took away an RBI from me."
I wanted the RBI. Want to look for number 2. She's got one on the ear. And the payoff pitch is up over the head, so it's a base on balls anyway.
Up to bat, number 23, Taylor Schaefer.
So if you were to assign an error on that last play, who would you give that to?
The catcher.
Catcher? And all you catchers.
It's kind of a high throw. I mean, you got it.
A little bit. Fair enough. I mean, that's kind of where I was leaning, but I wanted you to be the one to say it on air. This one, a couple of hoppers over to short for the out. Lake Central gets 2 more across the board. It is a 5-0 Lake Central lead as we go to the third. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lake Central High School, where the Portage Indians are coming up to bat. Fausch coming into right fielders up to bat. First pitch is a strike. Foul tip it right to the glove.
That puts it up in the top right corner. See what I'm saying? All right, Nathan. Nate Ramian and Chris Ramirez out here with you. I'm going to jump in for Michael Bradner.
18, Aaron Bush.
I do want to let you guys know of a technical situation. You might have noticed that we're slightly off between the audio and the video a couple of seconds. We believe that's an internet issue, and I don't know if there's anything we can do about it during the broadcast. So what we're going to try to do is fake it. We're going to call 2 seconds behind as best we can. And hopefully the audio and video will match up. It's 5-0 right now, Lake Central. Portage batting top of the third.
I think it's a 1-2 count.
Nathan, our first softball game together. Is this your first for the RSN?
This year.
This year, okay.
We did a couple, when Lake Central had a run a couple years ago.
That's right. That's right.
Nate Laird and I did their run, and we did the state finals game.
The Nate and Nate show. There's a pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. First out of the inning. 5 runs, 3 hits for Lake Central. No runs, no hits for Portage. Neither team with an error on the scoreboard, but thought we saw one maybe that last inning.
It was give or take. No, it's okay.
There's the pitch inside. It hits the batter. Looks like it got her on the hand. It's Abigail Krenkel, designated player for Portage, so she goes to first base.
Up to bat, number 9, Addison Martinez.
Center fielder Addison Martinez will stroll up to the plate here. We are at Lake Central High School today. Great athletic facilities. Thank you, Michael.
Good luck, sir.
Michael Bradner going over to honor some LC students there. Region Sports Network, proud to be working with a bunch of educators. Nate, what's your role at Portage High School?
So as of last week, I am no longer at Portage High School.
Oh, I didn't know that. This
No.
news. Okay, well, you can update me on that later if you want.
Will do.
5-0 is our score. Zach Zanelli on camera to my right. Justin Cole handling production details. Portage and Lake Central in a Duneland Conference showdown. Here's the pitch. Bunted back this way, out of play, foul.
It's one of those, the barrel's got to get a little higher. And that'll get that angle down, and she can use her speed to her advantage.
Portage with a runner on first.
I think we need baseballs. Or softball, sir.
Softball, yep. Well, yeah, it's they got the fence over here to the left, and the balls go over there. I don't know if there's a way to go in there and retrieve them. Is there? Or?
A lot of times kids jump the fence.
Yeah, jump the fence. That sounds about right. Of course, nowadays you might get sued for that. You never know. There's the pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 1 on, 1 out. Quite an athletic facility here.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, how we love how it's so compact. Everything's right here. Like, you could watch a softball game, and if you're down the right field line almost, you can almost see the baseball field as well. Or if you're watching the track meet, you can watch someone run around over there. So if you've got multiple siblings, it's a good spot for an event.
Yeah, nothing's too far away.
Minus the JV softball field.
Well, yeah, there are a couple of fields in the back. It depends on how much ground you have to cover. But all of it gets put to good use here.
Just got the lights installed.
Yeah, lights here. Matter of fact, I know we're going to be doing the first official night baseball game coming up. And last night we did the baseball game and ended up going 11 innings, so they turned on the lights.
We used the lights
and then,
home game.
What's that?
We used the lights last home game.
Did you? Okay. Yep.
Against
And
Chesterton.
if this game goes much longer, I wouldn't be surprised if they go on. A kind of cloudy, overcast sort of early evening here. And then, of course, the late start to go with it. But, yeah, lights make a huge difference. I thought of that last night when we were, I can't tell you the number of times we've done a baseball game here at Lake Central, and it has been called because of darkness.
Yep. And
whenever they're playing, they're battling out with somebody usually 7, 8, 9 innings. And
earlier, a couple years back, if you didn't hit the innings, like the 5th inning for a complete game, I know the DAC rule used to be you got to start over.
We had, I know Crown Point, I can't think of the exact details. I'm thinking it was maybe 2010, 2012. It took 3 days to get a Crown Point game in.
That's when I was playing around that time, and I remember that, and they kept getting delayed.
Yep.
They'd get like 4 in, they got to start over.
Yep.
Start over. Like it meant nothing.
No balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. So we're going to go now to the bottom half of the 3rd. Lake Central leads it 5-0 over Portage. You're watching Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back in, everybody, to Game Day in the Region. We are live at Lake Central High School. Nate Ramey and Chris Ramirez here with you. NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana and wishing the Northern Indiana high schools to have a safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. We want to thank NIPSCO for helping out with our baseball coverage this season. Also want to thank Doug Schaefer and the fine folks over at Athletic Performance Factory in Highland. So far, the only two local businesses that have stepped up for our baseball and softball coverage, so we appreciate that. And if anybody else is looking to see some more baseball and softball live streaming, just give us a call. We'll be happy to talk to you about how we can gain some exposure for your business. We got a pretty good viewing audience. Nate, believe it or not, we had 1.3 million people on our Facebook page last year.
I saw that.
Last 12 months.
Yep.
There's a pitch. You're going to have another hit by batter here, hit by pitch. Who we got up there?
This will be 24.
That was
Maddie Wainwright, the catcher.
Okay, that's Izzy Kalinsky then that just got hit by pitch. Is that right? I do believe it is.
Yes.
Yep. So she goes to first base. And Maddie Wainwright now is the hitter.
Brad and I were talking about this earlier. How cool is this? We have in the DAC, we have a freshman batter, freshman pitcher, and a freshman catcher. You don't see that often.
No, that's and in the Duneland, I mean,
yeah.
That's the biggest of the big. That's you got to really be, doing something. I think travel ball has a lot to do with that now. You didn't see that back in the day. The kids maybe played multiple sports. They didn't have the travel situation. At least not in my generation, they didn't. And so freshmen was like you paid to get into games and dreamed about being on the varsity. But it was a long way off as a freshman, no matter how good you were. There's a pitch back to the screen.
She showed bunt there, and it got the defense moving, and I think the pitcher kind of went too quick. So let's see if they can adjust here at no outs. Is the bunt sign still going to be on?
Izzy Kalinsky now at second base with nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Bombaghetti looks in. Here's the pitch. It's behind the hitter. The runner's going to move up. Kalinsky now goes to third.
2-0. I'm still taking here, Chris. I'm letting this go because she's struggling to find the zone.
Right.
Oh, 2-1? Never mind. I didn't see that one.
Yep, 2 balls, 1 strike. But you can still be patient in this situation, up 5-0. Fly ball, center field, right center field. On the run comes the center fielder and makes the grab. Kalinsky will score. It's going to be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Wainwright.
Martinez had a great catch running away from her body, going into that right center gap.
12.
Yep, she got a good jump on it. The run does score, however, so we're at 6-0 now in favor of the Indians, the Lake Central Indians, the Blue Indians, if you will. Now Bree Bracken is the hitter. Grounded out second to first. No, check that, third to first in her previous at bat.
Do you like the wristbands with the play calls?
I'm kind of old school, so it takes me a while to get adjusted to those things. But there's a line drive smash up the middle. But I think for the kids that grow up with it, it's a great thing. Oh, she's going to, wow. I turned to put the single in the book. Can you tell us what happened there? Nate,
center fielder threw it in, and it was a error throw, and it went right by him.
So it's going to be, are we going to go with a single and an error on the throw?
I would say so. That's just, at the end of the day, it's usually just a routine base hit.
Yep. Okay, so we'll go with that. E8 on that. Runner in scoring position. 6 runs, 4 hits for the Lake Central Indians. There's a fly ball. It's going to go deep to left. That's a warning track. Fly ball. It's going to score the run. And it'll be a stand-up double for Maddie Bickle.
Maddie Bickle was just ready for that, waiting for that rise that didn't really get high enough there, and she just attacked it and hit it into the left center gap.
Yeah, she was ready for that one.
Laura Folly.
And she roped that one all the way to the wall. A one-hopper hit the warning track. Nate, I apologize to this next young lady. I'm jumping into the broadcast midway here. Can you give me a first name pronunciation on? Mora? Mora, thank you very much. Mora Fally, is that the pronunciation?
Folly.
Folly, okay, thank you. Apologize for that, Mora. I didn't get I didn't do my pregame diligence, I'll be honest. That's what it comes down to. Thing I preach to you guys, I didn't do myself.
Know. It's all right.
It's not all right. Don't let me off just because I'm the boss. Ground ball to short. Oh, after a nice play by the shortstop, she has a little trouble with the handle. Ball gets away, but she was going to go to second base anyway, so that runner would have been safe at first no matter what. We'll go with a fielder's choice.
But that's one of those, in your mind, you got to know your base runners, right? That's a hit. That's a hit.
Yep.
But you see you're not going to get that runner at first, so maybe you just fake that.
Number 19.
So maybe you get that runner leaking off a little bit, but that's a good fake, and it just kind of slid out of her hand. But that's a high IQ play there by that shortstop.
Tough day for Bombaghetti in the circle here. She hasn't pitched badly.
She really hasn't. She's been hitting her spot. She's been living away, and which has been, I'm sure that was the game plan, but Lake Central's really done a good job of hitting the ball where the ball's been pitched. A lot of opposite field gaps, and they're not trying to do too much with the ball.
You think of all the great teams in Lake Central softball history, and this one's right up there with them, so anything you give them, they're going to take.
There's only 4 seniors as well.
There's a pitch outside. There's only 4 seniors on the LC team?
Yes.
So they're going to be good for a while.
Yes.
Bombaghetti checks the wristband. Has the pitch she wants. Fly ball center field. It's going to be a double play. Martinez catches it and throws to Reed at second for a double play. They get Bickle, who was caught leaning off the bag.
7.
So that'll go as a 8-5 double play to end the inning. Lake Central does score
8-4.
8-4, my bad. You're right, 8-4. 2 runs in the inning.
No, you're good. Not you.
So now we're looking at a 7-0 score. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Lake Central. No runs, no hits, and all right, we're back live here, top of the 5th inning. All Lake Central in this one, 11-0. The mercy rule is 10 runs after 5 at bats, so that means Portage needs to put 2 runs across here if this game is going to continue. There's a pitch swung on, 1 quick out. Unable to tell who that was. I'm going to go with Miley Prance. Yep, okay.
She chased the changeup away there.
Number 8, Cora Kingery.
Catcher Cora Kingery now steps up. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
I'd go right at her again. Make her swing.
NIPSCO is proud to be NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schools to have safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. Thank you to NIPSCO for sponsoring our coverage here. And there's a pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. We're down to the final out here, potentially.
Number 18, Aaron Foch.
And it'll be Aaron Foch, the hitter. 0 for 1 in the game so far. She'll need to reach base safely in order to keep this game going. Swung on and missed. So 3 awards after the game. The superhero, the Lantern Man superhero of the game, is presented and sponsored by our friends at Crowell Insurance. Crowell with 3 locations, Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. I'd like to thank the Crowell family. They've been sponsoring Region Sports Network coverage for 17 years now.
Awesome.
Maybe I shouldn't say that. If they realize that, maybe they'll say it's too long.
No.
You should have got out years ago. Here's the 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to do it. The Lake Central Indians
And that ends the game.
win it 11-0 here.
11.
They were in command from pitch 1, and they did a great job of scoring every inning. They didn't have the big monster innings of 7, 8, 9 like they had yesterday, but they got 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 4, and they just put it all together, and that's why they're going to be very tough to beat this season.
Well, they sure look like it here today. So, all right, Nate, let's get to it. Let's start with the Crowell Insurance superhero, Lantern Man superhero of the game. I jumped in late, so you pick it.
I'm going to go with the pitcher for Lake Central, Sophia Colorero. She had 10 strikeouts on the day. She was in command all day of the strike zone, using, again, all 4 of the quadrants, in, out, up, down. She did a great job, and her defense had her back behind her.
Yeah, the scoreboard says no runs and no hits, so credit to her indeed. Quite a performance out there today. Would have been a perfect game if not for the hit by pitch we were just made aware. So I was unaware of that. Thank you. But that's close. But that's how well she pitched today. So fantastic performance out there for Sophia Calderero. So now, that by the way is the Lantern Man Insurance superhero of the game, brought to us by the Crowell Companies. Your insurance superheroes, sponsoring the Region Sports Network for an awful long time. Look them up. You can find them online at crowellinsurance.com. All right, let's move over now to the Boilermakers Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn. Boilermakers put you to work, get you in a union, and start you making some pretty good money. If you're looking, check them out online at BoilermakersLocal374.com.
I'm actually going to go with Portage catcher Cora Kingery. She's a freshman, and I actually thought she almost threw the runner out. She did a great job of commanding it. Yes, her team lost, but she was there the whole time back there. She really had no pass balls that were on her. I thought she did a great job back there commanding the game.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with the situation they're in. Got to give Bombagetti credit out there as well, recognition. Would have been easy to throw in the towel at some point with somewhat lackluster defense behind her, but they hung in there and did the best they could under the situation, and it was not an easy situation to deal with, to say the least. So again, thank you to the Boilermakers Local 374. And finally, the proud Union home play of the game.
I'm going to go with Maddie Bickle's RBI triple last inning that brought the game with the 10-run rule. They went over because she had that triple down the right field line that bounced off the 216 sign almost, and she hustled all the way into third there.
Yep, quite a play indeed. The proud Union home play of the game. By the way, that is not currently sponsored, so if you're a Union representative and you're looking to do some marketing and recruiting, if you're looking to find some new membership, get some apprentices going and stuff like that, we can help you with the marketing aspect of it. Just look us up, and you can sponsor the proud Union home play of the game. I also want to know if there's other businesses that are looking to get involved in any way. We'd be happy to take that phone call and talk to you. Give us a buzz at 219-923-2169. All right, Nate, that's going to do it here. Anything else we got to cover? I don't get to do this anymore as much as I used to. I could be rusty here. Am I missing anything?
No, you got it. Just the lot of thank yous to the staff.
Credit. Let's give credit where credit is due. Who's getting the work done for us? Who do we credit? Who do we blame? Let's find that list right here. Actually, we don't need the list. I know who's who. Nate Ramian coming over, sitting in with us today. Nate, great working with you, buddy. I appreciate it. Justin Cole is the man behind the computer here, so all the complaints will be directed my way, but I'll blame him. I'll let you know up ahead of time. Zach Zanelli out on camera. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Zach Miller, our coordinating producer. And Mike DeWan is our sports director. Our sales director is Rich Castillo.
Still can't forget Michael Bradner. He did the first.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Absolutely. Michael Bradner here. Got his scorebook right in front of me. So, yep, thank you, Michael Bradner, as well. Appreciate all you guys coming out and helping with the broadcast. I'm Chris Ramirez. We're going to be signing off here. Nate, any final thoughts?
I would just make sure you keep an eye on the Lake Central Indians this season. They're going to be making, I think, a deep run and hopefully could be playing some good softball almost into June. That's the goal for them.
That is the goal indeed. Thank you for watching, everybody. On behalf of all of us at the Region Sports Network, I'm Chris Ramirez. This has been a production of the people here that I just mentioned, all of these guys that are getting the work done. So, again, thank you guys for your effort here coming in after, in some cases, after your day job or whatever it may be. So your effort is greatly appreciated. We'll see you guys next time here. You are watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.